It's time to rewire your mind. Welcome to the Hidin Russo Show, the show that provides you with inspiration to help you succeed in life. Here's your host, Hidin Russo.
Woo! Yeah. I'm feeling that, Dave. I'm feeling that. We're live right here on Talk Zone. And this is the Hidin Russo Show. Look here, we're happy to be back with you. I got to report back to you guys. We're consistently growing. On a week-to-week basis, our numbers have continued to grow. And I'm here to tell you that we're very close to crossing that 1,000 mark. So I need all you guys to get pumped up, and I'm going to do my best to get you pumped up because we need everyone by the end of this show to just tell one friend just to listen to this show and any other shows that we have here on Talk Zone. But go through the archives and see what you like here on the Hidin Russo Show and let us know how we can be better. Okay? Again, I want to send my condolences to Prince and all of his fans and loved ones and everything that everyone else is going through. Definitely want to say that. I think I missed that last week, although I talked about him. I didn't express my appreciation for what he has done to unify us through music, which has been very powerful and inspiring, and doing what you love at the same time. He couldn't have a better life. So I really was thankful and grateful for his music and what he has done to contribute to this society and making it a better place. Today we're going to talk about fear, because this is a deadly disease. This disease has 85% of the population feeling like they're entitled to a better life. Okay? What hold on, Hidin. What do you mean by fear? I'm not scared of anything or anyone. Yes, you are. Yeah. I'm in fear that if I continue reading, I'll learn more than my supervisor, and then I'd probably become his supervisor, and I would feel very uncomfortable in that situation. You know, what are we doing? You know, fear is stopping you from taking baby steps. Fear is stopping you from overcoming all of this boogeyman or all of this fear that goes on through your mind. What I mean by that is fear of accomplishing your dream, fear of becoming successful, fear that if you become successful, then you'll have to do something else, fear that you'll fail and fail many times, fear that you'll just flat out just fall on your face, fear that your wife would leave you or your girlfriend would leave you, fear that your buddy would stop talking to you. Are you serious? I don't need no doggone buddy. If I ain't have pastors that listen to this show, I would really tell y'all something. I don't need anyone around me that is going to cause me to feel any type of insecurity. I mean, like 1 ounce. You're not my friend if you be hanging around you cause me to feel, as I would like to say, some type of way. Okay? And for y'all that don't know what some type of way mean, if you're going to cause me to feel anger, if you're going to cause me to feel frustration when I'm around you and you're supposed to be my friend, you are not my friend. Okay? So this fear that the 5 people that you're hanging out with the most is going to infect you in more ways than you can imagine. The 5 people that you hang out with the most defines who you are. So I don't hang out with anyone, so I don't have 0. Okay? Books are my friends. All right? Listening to YouTube is my friend. Listening to other people. Listening to books online, researching and practicing. That's my friend. And I want to apologize to everyone. We are building a website. We had to take everything down. We wasn't able to send out the shows last week because we're trying to expand the show. I'm very grateful for everyone and their support. It's just been very, very fun. But however, I have not quit my day job. I have a lot of people that ask me that, okay, you're on the radio, you have a book now, why are you still working? Okay, I'm not dead, number one. All right? And I haven't accomplished anything. I haven't made more people successful. I haven't done something significant. If I win a Nobel Peace Prize, give me a call. Until then, I will be in love with the process. I'm not in love with the results. I don't care about the results. I don't care whether I become a millionaire in 2 years, 1 year, 10 years. I care about I get up every single morning on time, taking my lemon water, writing my 150 to 200 sentences, meditating, walking, working out with my kids, training my dogs, living life, enjoying my wife. Listen, I have a life to live, and I also have people that I'm trying to reach and to help make this world a better place. So until I have done something major, please, you're wasting your breath with giving me any compliment because I haven't done anything that is worthy of a compliment. And Dave, let me know when you're ready to get into that clip. I haven't done anything, but today what we're going to learn is how to overcome our fears. We're going to learn how to stop telling ourselves the bad things, the negative things. It starts. Look, begin telling yourself, I love me some me. Are you serious? You know, after telling God, I'm grateful for waking me up and me sleeping next to my wife and my kids, and I love my job and how I love learning and using my brain. You know, I ask God for wisdom to create answers. I ask God wisdom to create faith that all things are possible. I'd rather fail at something that's impossible and I got 60% the way there than to never try something that's impossible. So the first thing that we're going to get into before we get in the clip, the first thing that we're going to do is anytime you receive an email, a call, you check your voicemail, you come in contact with a person asks you a question. If you can complete that task within 3 minutes or less, I want you to stop what you're doing and complete that task. And write it on a sticky note and stick it on a wall. And we're going to see how many things that we complete. And each segment, I'm going to give you a tip on what I think. But this segment here is all about this here. And Dave, you'll go right into that clip. I greatly appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Fine. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so my name is Mel Robbins. And for the last 17 years, I have done nothing but help people get everything that they want. Within reason. My husband's here. And so I've done it in the courtroom, in the boardroom, in the bedroom, in people's living room, whatever room you want to be in. If I'm there, I will help you get whatever you want by any means necessary. For the last 3 years, I host a syndicated radio show. 5 days a week, I go live in 40 cities, and I talk to men and women across America who feel stuck. Do you know that 1/3 of Americans feel dissatisfied with their lives right now? That is 100 million people. That's insane. And I've come face to face with it in this new show that I'm doing, which is also insane. It's called In-Laws. I move in with families across America. You guessed it, who are at war with their in-laws. We move them into the same house. I verbally assassinate everybody. We open up Pandora's box. And I get people to stop arguing about the donuts and who's hosting Thanksgiving dinner and talk about the real stuff. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm here for you. I'm going to tell you everything I know in less than 18 minutes about how to get what you want. So I want you to take a millisecond right now, and I want you to think about what you want. You. And I want you to be selfish. Screw Simon and the we thing. This is about me. Right now. Sorry, Simon. What do you want? And here's the deal. I don't want it to sound good to other people. Being healthy will not get your ass on a treadmill. Losing your man boobs so you could hook up with somebody, now that's motivation. So I want to know, what do you want? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to triple your income? Do you want to start a nonprofit? Do you want to find love? What is it? Get it right here. You know what it is. Don't analyze it to death. Just pick something. That's part of the problem. You won't pick. So we're going to be talking about
we have mentioned to you, excuse me for 1 second. This is a short station identification. You're live on TalkZone.com. And this is the Hidin Russo Show. We have told you on countless shows that without picking your goal, without living your dreams, without following your desire, without living your passion, are you serious? It is time for you to, as of today, as of right now, to stop being everybody else. Stop keeping up with the Joneses. Stop doing all this foolishness. Are you serious? You're hanging out on the boat when you're hanging out on the boat getting a tan when you should be in college. When you should be in lab. When you should be failing at something. You out whining and complaining. Oh, it's this person's fault. Oh, it's that person's fault. And while you're out there complaining, and while you're out there saying that, why is this happening to me? Why you're avoiding challenges? Why you don't want to face criticism? And for those that don't want to face criticism, let me explain to you how simple it is when you change your mindset. When you have a pure mind, it becomes only good information and bad information. When you have the same mind that you had from 20 years ago, you take it personal. Okay? And then you build up anger. And what does anger get you? Nothing. Misery, headaches, sickness, possible death in the wrong situation. We must begin to learn how to control our thoughts and emotions, but we also have to overcome the fear. And how we do that, how we overcome our fears, Hidin, begin to write down every single thing that's looping in your mind. I told you last week, and I apologize, and I'm telling you again, all right? You can find our new website that's coming up. We're in the process of building it. http://HidinRusso.com. Or also, you can find us at HidinRusso.com. These are the two links that we're currently working on with our new website. But we've told you guys that you have to begin to get the loops out of your head. Okay? Whatever is looping in your head, whether it's a class, whether it's a test, whether it's a project, whether it's a promotion, whether it's a new client, whether it's you want to propose to your future wife, or whether you want to let everyone know that you're openly gay, whatever your dream is, okay? No one can live it but you. So if you're out there being everyone else, who is being you? Who is going to take the responsibility for you? Who's going to take the responsibility for your action? You have to do that. And then you must begin to do something about it. Okay? So I reiterate what I said earlier. When you get a task, if it's accomplishable within 3 minutes, do it right now. If you're in the process of your daily schedule where you're answering emails and you can't answer it within 3 minutes, then we're going to have 3 things that we're going to do. Okay? We're going to have 3 inboxes. You can either take some space and have enough 3 spots where 8.5 by 11 sheets can fit side by side in 3 stacks, okay? And in those baskets, you're gonna have do it, delegate, defer it. So if you can do it, that's at 3 minutes or less, you'll do it. If you can't do it within 3 minutes or less, you'll have to delegate it or defer it. And as we continue in the show, we'll let you know how to delegate and to defer. But we talked about the do. If you'd like to join this conversation, you can call us at 888-463-6748. That's 888, go for it. But I'm telling you, when you're having fun and you're into a conversation, and as I'm engaging with you guys, time truly flies. And I can't believe that we're to the first commercial breaks. Wow, I can't believe it. It's time to take a short break. We'll be back with more right after this. Congratulations on the purchase of your brand new home. And we couldn't be happier for you. But as soon as you moved in, you began to notice during the summer months, the attic began to get extremely hot, causing your home to get warm, making it uncomfortable. Plus, your electric bill began to rise, skyrocketing out of sight, costing you more money. I have a solution for you. Solaro Energy. Solaro Energy has a variety of products. Solar shield for the attic, solar attic fans to take hot air out of the attic, plus solar day to bring in light into any area in your home, all costing you no additional money. Call Solaro Energy today at 888-355-5SUN or visit their website, solaroenergy.com. Solaro Energy, providing all of your future solar power energy.
This segment of the show was sponsored by Shakira Role at ERA Home Run Real Estate. Buy, sell, or rent, I can help the entire world. Need assistance with down payment? No problem. Call Shakira Role today at 561-312-2641 or email her at info@rollhome.com. That's info@rollehome.com. Visit her website at www.rollhome.com. That's www.rollehome.com.
Who is this young kid growing up, par for life, experiencing all of the tough battles, watching people thrown off buildings as a little boy, violence surrounding him? Failure is not an option. You may find it at Barnes & Noble. Failure is not an option, a book that is here to inspire you. Car accident? Dents or scratches? Has the Florida sun faded your ride? Call High Gloss Paint and Body. Their service is fast and reliable. High Gloss Auto Paint and Body will deal with your insurance company, taking all the load off your shoulders. I know what that can be like. Call them today, 561-508-4220. They're located on 2550 Windsor Avenue, Suite A, West Palm Beach, Florida. You tell High Gloss that Hidin Russo sent you. Motivational Speaker Incorporated. Hidin Russo, author, radio show host, motivator. Book Hidin Russo today, 561-723-6775. It's time for a change, and let Hidin Russo show you the way.
And now, more of the Hidin Russo Show on TalkZone.com. Back to Hidin Russo.
Woo! 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 Dave, sweeten it up there. Give us a little bit more music. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving that, Dave. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look here. I don't want to do what happened to me in the first segment where I get caught up, because I want to make sure that I give you a wealth of information so that, look, when I give you this information in abundance, you don't have to try to cram it all in at one time. Take the time and come back to TalkZone.com. The best radio station on the planet. The best internet radio station on the planet. There's no radio station that does it better. Okay? That's why the Hidin Russo Show is here. But check it out. Me and my I think good friend Ronnie, we was discussing the fear factor. Why people are fear being successful. If you want a Bentley or you want a Porsche, a 10,000 square foot house, all you have to do is continue to work for it, and it will come to you. I'm finding the things that I want coming to me, and I'm not doing anything to look for them except staying focused on my dreams. Okay? So we have to overcome this fear factor. You know, Ronnie was like, well, you know, some people, they just feel like they can't do it. That's a failure before you even get started. There's no reason. Everyone was, look, as you will learn, as we continue getting into this clip, as you will learn, you're special. There was a whole bunch of sperms that was trying to get here to become a human. Within that second when you were chosen, you're special. You're special. And Dave, if you wouldn't mind continue playing that clip, I greatly appreciate it.
So we're going to be talking about how you get what you want. And frankly, getting what you want is simple. But notice I didn't say it was easy. It's very simple. In fact, if you think about it, we live in the most amazing moment in time. So that thing that you have up here, whatever it may be, you want to use healthy eating to cure your diabetes, you want to figure out how to take care of the elders and start a new hospice center, you want to move to Africa and build a school, guess what? You could walk into a bookstore right now and buy at least 10 books written by credentialed experts on how the hell you do it. You could Google it, and you could probably find at least, 1,000 blogs documenting the step-by-step transformation that somebody else is already doing. You can find anybody online and cyberstalk them. You can just walk in their footsteps.
Are you willing to do the hard work? Anything is easy. I like her. It's easy to say that, but it's hard to walk over and tell her that. I want to be a lawyer. It's easy to say that, but you getting ready to go through look, the books you getting ready to read, the studies, the dissertations, the debates. Oh my God, the studying, the training, whether you want to be an athlete, all the things that are required when you bring something into existence is easy. Doing the simple steps is hard. So how do you begin taking that control of that? How you begin taking control of that is when you write something down, right? Okay. For example, I want to be a firefighter, right? I want to be a firefighter. No problem. Write it down. Then write down your next action. Your next action to be a firefighter is you need to find out what the requirements are. Take it. Okay. And remember, we can't do that within 3 minutes. That's just not going to happen. To find out what all of the requirements are to be a firefighter. Okay. So what we're going to do with that information, we're going to take that information. We're going to say that we're going to defer that action instead of delegating it, because we can't delegate that. Anything that's of importance to you is not delegated. Anything that has anything to do with your livelihood is not delegated. You cannot delegate your future. You will not take responsibility for me. I'm not allowing that. I'm going to take 100% responsibility for me, because if the ship going down is going down my way. Okay. I drive 200 to 400 miles every single day, and that's normal for me. Because I don't have no excuses. I don't have no excuses why I can't pay my bills, why I can't provide for my family. Oh, it's because I can't, because I need to drive a little bit more. Are you serious? You have truckers out there that drive much longer distance than me. I want to take this time out for a moment here and give a shout out to Lucas. They're coated mastic for roofing trades. Look, Mike has been doing wonderful things here in Florida. They have aluminum roof coating, modified bit adhesive, and they have some plastic roof cements and flashing cement, white coatings, and you just throw this stuff in water and voila, no leaks. Okay. It carried, and they have it on stock at Sunnyland. Sunnyland is located 1100 West 17th Street, Riviera Beach, Florida, 33404. Their telephone number is 561-841-7773. Tell Mike or anyone from Sunnyland that Hidin Russo sent you. And as I told you, Ronnie made some valid points. You know, people have to get up and get up off their rear ends and just begin to do the baby steps. Take baby steps. How you overcome the fear is, number one, I told you in a past show, anytime you start being a fear of something, the first thing I want you to do is acknowledge it. I'm afraid of becoming successful. I'm afraid of becoming a pastor. I'm afraid of becoming a deacon. I'm afraid of becoming the supervisor at the grocery store. I'm afraid of becoming the store manager for Home Depot. I'm afraid of taking on more responsibility with the fear that I may not be able to spend the quality time with my family and kids. The first thing I want you to do after you acknowledge it, right? The next thing I want you to do is to calm your anxiety, I need you to point at 7 different things and call them the wrong name. Okay? And after you call them the wrong name, what would happen, you would throw the brain off and the brain will realign itself. And after the brain realign itself, what would happen is you will begin to refocus and new ideas will begin to come in. And it's important that you get in the habit of keeping a pencil and a paper around so that you can jot things down. And the one thing that you're going to begin to jot down, even if you don't have no time to put it on the official paper so you can put it in to do delegate or to defer it basket, okay? You write it down and you write down the next action. You continue, stay focused on this. Don't say it don't work. Don't say you don't have the time for it, because you can write it down on a single scratch sheet of paper. You can text it to yourself, okay? You can record it on your iPhone and text it to yourself. Don't play with me, okay? We're not playing anymore. This is the time to get off your ass, all right? No one is going to take care of you but you. No one is going to overcome all this nonsense that's going on in your head with you. And if you, I'm going to tell you again, if people are still saying that you're the same person that you was in school, please, if you have insurance, go sit down with a shrink. Okay? Stop waiting till things go totally bad before you go sit down with a shrink. Go to a shrink when things are going good. Learn how to overcome and take control of your mind. Take your mind to a new place. Okay, and then after you get the brain realigned, and then you know what you're going to do, whether you're going to delegate or defer it, then begin to take little baby steps and begin building on it. I give you an example, right? You know, Solaro Energy has come out. They came out a couple weeks ago and talked to me about being on the show and, you know, the things that they want and how they operate. And I started saying, wait a minute. This is a nice product. So I started talking to them. Then the next thing I know, they fly Jason down from Hawaii, right? So when he flies down unexpectedly, I'm like, whoa, they flew you down here for me? Oh, Hidin, we want to make sure you know about the products. Look, we have solar fans that have lifetime warranties, 30 to 50 years, decreasing the attic temperature by 50 to 60 degrees, lowering the temperature in your house from anywhere from 8 to 12 degrees, saving you on your energy bill. Your air conditioning is not turning on as much, making your air conditioning last longer. I said, hey, I want to be on the team. And when I said I want to be on the team, they sent down this Jason from Hawaii, and he's been with me 2 days, and he has literally sucked up my time. Jason was with me for at least 18 hours for the whole day. If Jason sat in the truck waiting for me to deal with a client, and it took me 2 hours, never complained. That's what you call being successful. Jason's job when he came here was only to make me successful at knowing the product. So I learned about not only do they have a solar fan that can reduce the temperature in your attic, they have a solar shield that can keep the air conditioning in your house cool and keep the hot air out. And with the solar fan taking the hot air out of your house, now you reduce your energy bill from anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20%. In some cases, I saw my brother put it on, he reduced his bill by 30%. I'm currently installing some fans and solar shield in my house. You know, and Lucas has products as well that reduces temperature. And I forgot to mention that you can visit their website at www.rmlucas.com. Okay, so now, after you've taken control of your mind through hard work and discipline, I'm 42 years old, so when I started learning some of the things that I learned when I was 40, okay, they were 10-year out plans. I'm not going to start seeing any kind of residual impact in maybe 3 to 5 years. It depends on how much work that I put in. So what I started doing is taking the baby steps, but I'm giving you an example of how this thing works. So Jason flies down and eat up all my time. So all of the extra time I would use to spend with my family or engaging with other people, I spent with Jason, because if he wanted me to be successful, I wanted him to be successful. So I started getting the message out about this fan to everybody, all my friends. And I took him to one of my friends, which is a real Kennedy. And he's like, Hidin, you know a real Kennedy? Yeah, I hang out with him every day. Maybe 2-3 times a week, not every day. I'm taking that a little bit out of context there. A real Kennedy. Yeah. I introduced him to all my friends because I want to see you successful, because the products that you have will make this world a greener place. And by reducing temperatures in attics and saving on air conditioning bills and reducing the amount of heat that's going into people's homes and making the air quality a lot better and keeping their roof, extending the life of their roof, why would I not want to be a part of that? Making the world a better place. So while I was hanging out with him for the past 2 days, I wasn't able to get up at 2:00 because I was going to sleep at 1:00. I'm dropping this guy off at 1:00. He's only here for a couple of days, and you come here a couple of days to hang out with Hidin Russo. I'm going to make sure I get a full use out of you. So for the past 2 days, my schedule been off, and then this morning my alarm goes off at 2:30, and I say, you know what? I'll get up a little later. And then the next thing I know, my son wake me up at 3:00 and say, hey, Dad, it's 3:00. I jumped out of my bed immediately. I said my prayer, and I went and I wrote my sentences and I did my affirmations. And then I said, you know what? It's time for me to wake the kids up. So then I woke my kids up, and then we went walking, and they said, Dad, why we didn't just skip today? I said, no, we need to get back on track. And what you did, you helped me get back on track, and you taught me a valuable lesson. And that valuable lesson is, when you fall in love with the process and you're not driven by an outcome or what it would be. If you want to be a doctor, it's not your job to know whether you'll be a doctor in 3 or 5 years. It's your job to consistently read the books that are required and take the practice and go do your interns and do all of the things that are necessary to accelerate any of that, your mission to be a doctor, to cut that in time. Learn how to learn more in half the time. Anything that you can do to reduce the time. And after you get in love with the process, you just have to just fall in love, not only with yourself, not only falling in love with the process. You're not looking for what the outcome is. Because if you begin to look for the outcome, if you want to be very successful and you put a time frame on it and you don't reach that time frame, then your brain will start to think that, no, you failed at that. But if your brain says that you're going to work on this every single day, you're going to work on being a millionaire when you sleep, you're going to work on being successful, your brain is just constantly going to feed on it. It will help it thrive you. So when you're not falling in love with the temporary result, but you're falling in love with the long-term action, then you can begin to build on baby things. You can begin to build on your willpower. You can begin to take the baby steps that are necessary. And then if you learn one thing every day for 30 days, then you learn one thing for 60 days. Then you keep learning, and this thing becomes a 90 day, 120 days, 180 days. And then if you continue doing that for a year, when you start getting in the second year, all of this compounding interest on learning is beginning to roll upon itself. And then when it begins to roll upon itself, it's working and it's mentally exercising the brain. And when it's exercising the brain, you're able to deal with much more. You're able to overcome temporary setbacks. You're able to come people telling you that you're stupid. You're able to come people that are embarrassing you in meetings. You'll have a positive attitude. You'll see that no matter what happens, when someone says anything that you may feel that is derogatory, it's your fault that because you didn't explain it to them to make them feel comfortable, to not make the customer or the person that you care about to feel some type of way. You have to begin to take control of your mind by taking these baby steps. Do it, defer it, delegate it. You got to choose. And when you defer it, that means that you simply put it down and you walk away. Give your mind time to bring in new things. I've run over on time, but Dave, we're going to do something unique here today. We're going to skip the second commercial breaks. And if you'll go right back into this clip, I greatly appreciate it.
You can just walk in their footsteps and just use the science of drafting. Follow what everyone else has done because somebody else is already doing it. So why don't you have what you want? When you have all the information that you need, you have the contacts that you need, there are probably free tools online that allow you to start a business or join a group or do whatever the heck you want. It all comes down to one word. Shut the front door. You know what I'm talking about? The F-bomb. It's everywhere. You hear it all the time. And I honestly don't understand what the appeal is of the word. I mean, you don't sound smart when you say it. And it's really not expressing how you really feel. It's sort of a cheap, shot to take. And of course, I'm talking about the word fine. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, really? You are? Dragging around those extra 40 pounds? You're fine? Feeling like roommates with your spouse? And you're fine? You haven't had sex in 4 months? You're fine? Really? I don't think so. But see, here's the deal with saying that you're fine. It's actually genius. Because if you're fine, you don't have to do anything about it. But when you think about this word fine, it just makes me so angry. I mean, here we are at a conference about being alive, and you're going to describe the experience of being alive as fine? What a flimsy and feeble word. If you're crappy, say you're crappy. If you're amazing, say you're amazing. Tell the truth. And this not only goes for the social construct, I don't want to burden you with the fact that I hate my life, or, hey, I'm amazing, but that would make you feel terrible.
The reason that I'm getting into this clip a little bit deeper is because I need you guys to listen what's being said. There's a lot of action that's being taken. Okay? There's a lot of different things that's going. Okay? You can't continue doing the same thing expecting a different result. You can't say everything is fine because it's not. The successful people are not any physically stronger. They're mentally stronger. They're reading. That's the only difference. I swear to you, there's no other difference than why this person has 5 Teslas in his yard. Why he has 40 acres with a 20,000 square foot house or mansion, whatever you want to title that, or estate. It's the reading. It's the process of making the mind mentally stronger. And so I began to change the process. I used to be saying, I need to be looking strong and buff. What was that getting me? Nowhere. So now instead of me just trying to run the crap out of my kids, I walk them in the morning, they listen to books and listen to YouTube, listen to inspirational tapes and things that will help them be successful. So now their brains have become used to it and they're feeling the success. So now they wake me up. So when my son came this morning, Dad, it's 3:00. Don't play with my time. I'm waking up. It's 3:00. This is a 12-year-old kid. And if he can do it, we need to take control of our time. We need to take control of what's happening to us and stop complaining, stop whining, stop feeling like something that we feel we're entitled to anything. We're only entitled to hard work. Your success truly only depends on you. And all of the fear, we've told you on countless shows previously, all of the fears, 99% of whatever fear you're experiencing will not come true. I have a fear that I'm trying to overcome. Every time something comes to my mind, I want to get it done right away. I want to do it. I want to do it. It's a rush. I want to do it. 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 I want to do it now. And then all the things that I'm rushing to do, when I get them done, I could have took my time anyway. Oh, we'll take a look at it in a week. That's our normal process. I'm like, what? So I started prioritizing. That's one of the things Ronnie talked about. Prioritize your priorities. Understand that you come first before your friends. So you need to begin to start teaching yourself. Don't get a job and learn something within the first year and don't learn anything else. And because you've been on the job 20 years, feel like you're entitled to something. No, you only have 1 year experience and you've only been doing the same thing for 20 years. So what am I supposed to do for that? How am I supposed to compensate you when Johnny over here has taken every class, has taken every seminar, has gone out of his way to read extra books and spent more time on the job, learning from other people, and he has a skill. What is that skill? He learned how to deal with other people. That's 90% of the battle. The other 10% is reading and learning. What are you going to do with your time? So when you learn, listen, the 3 things that you're going to do. The first thing to engage the mind is to write it down. The second part of that is to say, what is the next action? If that action cannot be done within 3 minutes or less, you delegate it. If you delegate it, and it's something that someone else can do, listen, we'll deal with it later. We'll put it in the waiting bags. Okay? So your end basket is do it, delegate, but delegate also mean that you're going to wait to do it. You're not going to do it right now because if it could have been done right now, you'd have done it. Okay? That's part of the process of training the mind to stop playing with you. Get out of your way. And I've told you guys on countless shows, tell your mind, shut up. When it's talking nonsense, something that it's not going to mean you anything. It's not going to help your success. It's not going to help you to grow. Tell it to shut up because it's not fine. It's not okay. Are you serious? Okay, I'll tell you what. It's not okay to cross that double line that's going down a 2-way street. Tell that driver, it's fine to just cross it anytime that he wants. It's okay to do that. He doesn't have to care if he crossed the line. He doesn't have to care if he's driving, facing a driver in the other direction because he's in the wrong lane. Are you serious? That's what you're doing when you don't want to know what you want. And when you know what you want, it's the same process. Can you do it now, delegate it, or defer it? And if you're going to delegate it, you wait. If you're going to defer it, put it on the calendar, know what the next action is. And when you set the calendar for the next action, deal with it at that time. And the mind will you'll begin to allow the mind to bring in new thoughts, bring in new ideas. God will begin to give you new answers, and you'll begin to build the willpower that is necessary to become all of the old habits. And I've told you constantly, you have to give this stuff the process of engaging and working hard. You have to give yourself time. You have to outlast the old you to become the new you. It is not going to happen overnight. You can't expect success in 20 days. The only thing that you can do in 20 days is learn something new, a new process, a new skill, and then continue to apply it. Learn another skill within the next 20 days. Learn another skill after that within 20 days. And begin the compounding interest of learning, and then watch your life grow, because it's not going to grow in 2 years. It's going to grow in 3 to 5 years. You got to put in hard work. And Dave, if you wouldn't mind continue playing that clip, I greatly appreciate it.
That you say it to yourself. That thing that you want, I guarantee you, you've convinced yourself that you're fine not having it. That's why you're not pushing yourself. It's the areas in your life where you've given up, where you've said, oh, I'm fine. My mom's never going to change, so I just can't have that conversation. I'm fine. You know, we got to wait until the kids graduate before we get divorced, so we'll just sleep in separate bedrooms. I'm fine. I lost my job. I can barely pay my bills, but whatever. It's hard to get a job. And, you know, one of the reasons why this word also just annoys me so much is scientists have calculated. Oh, yeah, I'm coming down. Scientists have calculated the odds of you being born. That's right. They've crunched the numbers. I see you up there. They have crunched the numbers on you. Yeah, no, you guys standing up, you want to sit down for this. They've crunched the numbers on you being born. And they took into account all of the wars and the natural disasters and the dinosaurs and everything else. And do you realize that the odds of you, yeah, right here, put your computer away, stand up for me. Doug. So the odds of Doug here, turn around, say hi to everybody. The odds, of Doug being born at the moment in time he was born to the parents you were born to with the DNA structure that you have, 1 in 400 trillion. Isn't that amazing?
I'm so lucky.
Yes. You're not fine. You're fantastic. You have life-changing ideas for a reason, and it's not to torture yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. You know, Christine was right.
1 in 300 trillion. Are you serious? I told you, we are gods. You have enough electricity in your body to power any city in this United States. Any city for a week. I don't care where it is. You're powered by the sun. You take in all your energy from the sun, from the moon. You're why I told you, you take all of the human technology and you put it together, the mind runs circles around it. That's why we're able to continue to come up with new inventions and new ideas and new creativity. But if you don't know what you want and you don't apply yourself, you'll never be successful. That was the reason I chose failure was not an option, because failure is not an option in life. You cannot fail. You cannot fail at anything because the mind doesn't know how to fail. It only knows what to do, what you tell it to do. And the only way you're going to get your mind strong is by meditating and staying focused on what you want and being passionate and stop being everybody else and be you. Stop being afraid of yourself. Stop being afraid of overcoming and being successful. If it's something that you could do in 3 minutes, do it. Hello. Can I take you out on a date? Hello. You mind if we have a meeting and discuss how I can save you more money? Hello. I would like to work for you. I want this job. What do I need to do to get it? Ask for what you want. That's the easy part. But the hard part is to go do it. The hard part is to say it. The hard part is to go and Google it. And when you pull up 10, 20 things, I told you on other shows, and I'm saying it again. After you do your research, look for common trends. Other people have done it already. So Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? Learn what they have done. Learn from their mistake. Become a wise person and live your life in abundance through hard work and dedication and persistence. This show has gone by. I'm surprised we have run out of time. We're live here every week on Wednesday from 5 to 6 right here on TalkZone.com. I want to thank all of you. Please tell your friends. Just tell one friend. Everybody that's listening to the show, help me to cross the 1,000 mark. Tell one friend that what we're doing here on live on Wednesday on TalkZone.com is inspirational, inspiring. And it's only done here on TalkZone.com. This is the Hidin Russo Show. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Why replace your roof when you can repair it? Call Built Right Roofing today at 844-277-7663. That's 844-277-7663. Come and experience the Built Right way at 844-277-7663. Congratulations on the purchase of your brand new home. And we couldn't be happier for you. But as soon as you moved in, you began to notice during the summer months, the attic began to get extremely hot.